Okay, so you want to add some bass to your track. You found a cool one. It sounds great on YouTube videos. You have installed it. You start to play it, and it sounds like
Lemon.
that was exactly what had happened to me. And the first mistake I made was I hadn't selected the right bass track. You can check that here. I use Reaper, but it's the same logic in all programs. You go to the bass plugin, and up here to your top and left, you have DI, which doesn't sound, well, anything. Okay, this is David from the future, noticing that no audio came from the plugin. So I'm here to show you how the DI sounds, like this. So you just change this one to another one, which are the real bass. DI is mostly if you have another plugin, you know, what is one to feed into that. But the most common use case is that you use this plugin, so just change this to one you think sounds cool. But after you've done that, it still sounds like a lemon. Okay, the next thing you need to check is note velocity. So if I go here to this MIDI roll, double click, it's up here. This is all the bass notes. And if I right click, get the note velocity. Yes, look here, that isn't set to like 1, because if it's on as set at 1, it will be like a blip instead of a bass note. So just check this one. If you have a MIDI keyboard, press to hold down the note hard and long to get a real note. And this is the same principle if you download a tab from like Ultimate Guitar. Just double check the velocity if it doesn't sound okay. And talking about downloading tabs, if you download a Guitar Pro tab and insert it into Reaper, you can get all this already mapped out. But sometimes I noticed that even after I've done that and done these first steps, it doesn't get any sound. So the solution for me was to right click on, well, first mark all notes, right click, and look at the note channel. For me, I only get sound if I have selected note channel 1. So if you download a tab, you don't get any sound, check the note channel and experiment. If one doesn't work, try another one to see if you get the sound from that one. And talking about Jimbase, firstly, I didn't know how to use it or even how to start it. I downloaded it and it looked fine, but then I went into Reaper and I couldn't find it. And that was because if you go here to my effects, no, not the hint one, the bass one, here, that you have to download Contact Player to use it. So when you have installed Contact and installed all the libraries on there, you will find the plugin here. And the first time I started to play bass, I didn't get any sound even after all these previous steps. That was because it was out of the range of the plugin. And to know how the range looked like, you can look down here. Here you have different colors. All the colors means that you have a playable note. And here you have also programmable effects. So in the light blue one here are the bass notes. On the purple are some effects, and the red one are another effects. And if you want some tips on what bass plugin to choose, I use mostly for metal. I use this one, Jimbase. They both look cool. So if I change this to high gain, it looks pretty awesome, I think. But it can sound a little bit too harsh for music which isn't metal. So for everything else which isn't metal, I use Rickenbacker bass. And it will look something like this. And here you have to check the same thing. As a default, it's on the neck pure DI. Just change this to one of the presets, which you think sounds the best. But all these cost a little bit of money. If you want a free one, here you have Ample Basslight. This is free and sounds really good. So if you want to experiment with a free plugin, I really recommend this one. If you're curious how you can download guitar tabs and then use them into your DAW as like a backing track you want to jam on, watch this video. I will show you all the steps you need to do to make that happen.